Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Norland, Episode 4, Bishop Gitarr. Oh, another thing I need to do. So you build a scaffold. What this does is it allows you to, like, punish people. The primary use that you're going to use it most is to deal with criminals. But one thing you don't need is executioners employed here, so just fire them all and employ them somewhere else. You don't need 3 people in a village of 27 executing people. I mean, that's like mafia levels of enforcement, so yeah, go ahead and fire them. So Kellyan has only yet to inspect the lumber mill. That's the last facility to be managed today. Can we execute guests? Yeah, you could. I don't have the military force to be able to like get away with that though. Otherwise, I would have like executed Nara, but that would have blown back on us in a very seriously bad way. So. Let's get that excessively loud rain noise stopping. Eventually. I like how there's the Deadhead Peak. Maybe that's where Jerry Garcia is. All right. Taking a quick look. So Kellyan is hungry. Urgle is tired and wants alcohol and it's food. Yeah, I mean, moods could be better, but they'll improve. So we have 3 unemployed people at the moment. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to still pay the unemployed so that they don't, like, go hungry. And hope that Kellyan focuses on the books to get the Ryefield mill going. He's been really busy. Oh, he's about to get really busy. Yep, getting really busy. He's been busy managing everything, so he hasn't really had the time to learn about rye and milling. He's 76% of the way there, though, so I don't want to cancel his progress in lieu of someone else. Here's people getting paid for the day. I have a ton of peasants now because I, pay my unemployed. But let's go ahead and get a coal. And then I'm also going to put a warehouse here as well. Might put a warehouse. Now that I have 3 lumberjacks, I might put a warehouse over here as well. And then, besides that, we have a little bit of homelessness, so get a 3rd dormitory. I really want Kellyan to buy books, but I don't. He's 93% of the way to finishing studying, so I'm going to keep him. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Finally, I don't have the wood for a rye field. Yep. Let's go ahead and get a 2nd lumber mill, and I will put that here. And actually mark that as a priority. New books. Pig farm for pork and lumber mill upgrade. I don't really need the lumber mill upgrade just yet, but I mean, I'll buy it. I'm going to sell some of the rutabagas. Buy a little bit of wheat. Sell some herbs. buy some tasty ale. Tasty ale is ale that nobles drink. I don't sell it on the open market, so it's not ale that everyone can drink. And call that good. So as soon as I have the wood for a rye field, I'll get growing rye down there and then set up a mill to mill the rye into flour, allowing us to feed ourselves a little bit better. That took a while because Kellyan's been so busy. I feel like I made sure that the training ground looked right, and it still doesn't. Alright, let's continue learning. So, Kellyan. Workshop would be good. And then Dave. I guess you are going with Herbalist. He doesn't have the intellect for the other books. I could also write the book, but I don't think I'm at risk of having my 26-year-old king die anytime soon. So it's not one of those things that's urgent. Plus, it's a benefit that I already currently have. I'm already benefiting from. So it's not something that I need to do immediately either. Because I already know it. How's the world? Unholy Horde hasn't spread yet. Looking for a relationship still. So we need to work on our relationship with Dust Valley. I could do more offerings to the king, but I would need more rings for that. So at next chance, I should buy some rings. And probably buy rings on Dave. Because Dave will be likely the one delivering the rings. So I'll add that to priority. And buy rings for Dave to deliver as gifts for a bride. Once we get our relationship out of the negative, I can start doing trade with them as well. Currently, they don't have any trade opportunities, but they will soon. I hope. So Barley, at 1 year old, already has an intellect of 5, and management of 3, teaching of 5. Has passions in trade and persuasion, and is homely. I probably didn't inherit that, though, because neither of the parents are. That's fine. He'll be rich and powerful. He doesn't need to be handsome, too. Sorry, Barley. But here's the lessons. Kellyan and Nora, relationship has worsened due to intrigue. Really? Because Nora's not even here. You still hate her? That's hilarious. There we go. Leveled up to teaching 6 and intellect 6. Boom. Alright, this new lumber mill I'm going to manage with Dave instead of Kellyan. Kellyan's at like 7 things that he's managing. And I think that's enough. So I'm going to lighten Kellyan's load and put it on Dave instead. Kellyan revealed the essence of Dave. What does that even mean? And I'm no longer a vassal of Dust Valley, because the ruler of Dust Valley, Bevan, has died. So if we take a look, Hara is not available to be wed anymore, as the heir is an 8-year-old, and that got all mixed up. So currently there is no opportunities for marriage, it looks like, on the map. But I'm going to need to reassess them, because Dust Valley is no longer a contender. The good news about that is I no longer have to pay a daily tax to my sire, because I don't have a sire anymore. The bad news is I don't have the protection of the sire either, so neighbors can mess with me more easily, I guess. All right, we have a coal furnace. Dave, I'm going to put that one on you too. And I'm going to increase the size of this lumber mill as soon as I have the lumber, so that we start racking in the wood. Now, how do my family get along? So Dave has a positive relationship with everyone. Urgle absolutely loves Barley and Kellyan. And Kellyan loves Urgle, Burgle, and Barley. So yeah, there's really no issues within our own family, which is good. Because if they're inter-family relationship problems, that becomes really difficult to deal with. So now I have a coal furnace. Let's set up a do until. And I want, I guess for now, let's say 30 coal. Eventually I'm going to want to ramp that up as I make more like weapons and armor and steel and things. But for now, we'll keep it at 30, because wood is something I don't have a ton of yet. And Kellyan, you finished studying workshop, so let's get you wood economical construction. Because we are kind of strapped on wood, so that would help. If I start to add more buildings, we can make them more inexpensively. Oh, Barley, you're getting real smart. You're almost as smart as your Uncle Dave. Uh-oh, there is a wolf, like, right in my face. Let's deal with that. Dave, I call on you and my 3 warriors that I have employed at all times to create a squad. So wolves that are like encroaching on your territory like this, there are wolves, by the way, kind of like everywhere. If you look out in the wilderness, there are tons of wolves kind of all over the place. But the wolves that are like within your own territory are very likely going to eat you. So don't let that happen. Easier said than done. We also just read the Flavorful Ale blueprint, so I'm going to do until I have, let's say, 20 of those. I am reserving Flavorful Ale, as you can see in the finance menu, to not be sold. So I don't sell meat, I don't sell medicinal salve, and I don't sell daggers, and I don't sell ale so that they can be consumed by the royal family. Plus, no one could really afford ale anyway. So Dave is mustering the 3 warriors that I have employed. There we go. And off to go kill a wolfie. Now, the alternative method to kill this wolf could have been a social wolf hunting. But when you do social wolf hunting, it's just like 2 people going off and fighting, and not your military. So it's way safer to do it the way I'm doing it now, where you draft a whole bunch of people and go murder a wolf. And still, Dave, like, face tanks. Get it! Alright, you got it? Cool. Is it actually dead? Yeah, it's dead. Alright, let's disband the squad and have Dave get patched up. Yeah, you got some bruises. Nothing terrible. Oh, Urgle, you want to learn something too? You learn fast construction. So here's our workshop, which can make tools, daggers, and bows. And I'm going to put that next to the coal furnace. This is going to be sort of like an industrial area over here. Still waiting on the wood for the rye field, though. You know what? Let's pause on that and go for rye first. Not use up the wood for that. We have a new guest. I hope that we don't hate his guts like we did the last one. His manners skill is a little bit higher, I'm assuming, than Nora's. And he's empathetic, so with any luck, we don't hate him. I'm sleeping. That was just rude. Yeah, this is your bed. Good night. It's creepy that the dead wolves' eyes still glow. That's one way to spot them at night, is their eyes glow. So you can see, like, there's 3 wolves over there. Wolf over there. Is it still buggy like the demo? Yeah, it's still buggy. There's a fair bit of bugs. The version I'm playing and the version of the demo, the only difference is I'm not time restricted to like the 14 days or whatever it is in game. But I'm still on day 6 and I've been playing for 2.5 hours. So it's not like the demo is super restrictive. So the average mood of my warriors, 80 or 79. Of my peasants, a little bit lower. They don't like the moonshine. So one thing that I could start to do, now that I have multiple hop fields, is let's take a quick look at my beer. I have 0 extra beer. So yeah, I don't currently have rye fields, so we're not making beer yet. So as soon as I get beer fields, I'll stop using the rutabagas for moonshine, because nobody really particularly enjoys the moonshine. And then to use the rutabagas to feed pigs for pork instead. Which is a better use for rutabagas, I think, to keep the royals a lot happier eating the pork. I may also need another lord bedroom, because we have 4 plus 1 guest room, and I'm now out of bedrooms. Does anyone hate you yet? No, nobody hates Hardwin yet. That's good. You know, how about we raffle these names off too? Why not? They show up in our kingdom, we get to name them. Think of it as a nickname. So, good luck on that raffle. And if Nora ever comes back, I'm going to raffle her off too. So, you know, I hope you can avoid getting that. Because, oof. In one day, Rofel and Zagan will pay tribute of iron and herbs, which is good. So far, I don't think Harwin has insulted anyone, so, I mean, that's a plus. And then taking a look at the inspection queue, nobody's missed any inspection queues, which is great. Everybody is employed. Now I'm just waiting for the wood quantity that I have to eke up north of 80, allowing me to build the field. Oh, tribute is ready. I have 13 paper, so I'm just going to send messengers to pick up the tribute. Because I have 6 unemployed people, so plenty of spare people to running as messengers. Wow, everybody hates Nora. Like, for real. Nora's not even here, and they're still like, oh god, that Nora, right? Deadly enemy of my loved one, Kellyan. What does that even mean? Oh, this is Urgle Burgle's. Okay, I understand. Urgle Burgle doesn't like Nora, because Nora is the deadly enemy of Kellyan. Got it. So once this dorm is done, all of the things that were requiring wood will be finished, allowing us to stockpile it for the rye fields. I've been doing a ridiculously bad time of saving up for that. that rye field. But these warehouses next to the lumber mills, or sort of adjacent to the lumber mills, should speed that up a lot. And you know what? What's some good old-fashioned homelessness? I'll put the dorm in there once the rye fields are done. But I think I want the rye fields first. So we got the iron as tribute. 21 out of the potential 15 to 25. So that was greater than average. Nice. The other thing I wanted to look at is a bride. Nora's available to be married. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll be doing that. That's hilarious. I don't think anyone's going to want to marry you, Nora. You coward. Nia. So Nia's 30 years old, a beautiful, courageous commander. And that's the only available person. So you know what? Marriage, Nia, to Dave. As soon as Dave is able to walk, he's asleep. Hey, Dave, I gotta... Oh, and we have a guest. So you know how I was saving up for that there field? Yeah, I'm gonna have to build the Lord house first instead, because Kieran here is not gonna have a place to sleep. He'd be straight up homeless. And there's the other tribute. Oh, damn! Wait, 48 out of the potential 50? Dude, I gotta send this messenger more often. That was a full-on shakedown. Well done. Oh, so here is a significant event. We have just become big enough to have the Loving family. The Loving family is the sort of the mega church. The Loving family has sent Willibald, a bishop, to stay here and act as the religious figurehead of our fledgling kingdom. So he is a guest in that he doesn't belong to the family, but he is a semi-permanent member. And anytime we sin or anything like that, we can offer up our holy rings. Like Dave, for instance, has recently sinned. We can offer up our holy rings to confess our sins. So it's another way of using your rings. So we're going to need a bunch more Lord houses. So, you know, that hope of getting the wheat field or the rye field is like a foregone conclusion. But let's get some names down. So the first name I'm going to want is Willibald's name, because he's a pseudo-permanent member. And Gitarr Lilin, that will be you. So congrats. I'm going to just call it Gitarr. Oh, your name didn't change up there, though. Oh, there it goes. The next name will be Kieran's. Dead Dodo. Oh, boy. Is that ever foreshadowing? Dead Dodo is... Okay, yeah, I see why. Dead Dodo is a mentally impaired pacifist coward who's also a commander. So, yeah, I mean, that's fitting. That's totally fitting. And then Hardwin, your name is Lady Disdain. Nice. And congrats, by the way. And there's no point in renaming the trader because they're a random name. I can, I guess, rename Esta. So, Esta, you're Kadath. You're coming to be hired by us, and we never do. Oh, man, I need so many more Lord's houses. So, what I might want to do is to help get stuff off the ground, because our need for Lord's housing just, like, tripled, is to go ahead and buy wood from the trader, even though I live in a forest. It takes a while to cut down the trees. I would have preferred to wait for Kellyan to finish studying the economical wood construction, but there's no time for that. having a bunch of guests homeless puts them in a bad mood, and that bad mood kind of spreads around and makes everyone pissed. So getting those houses built, kind of vital. And you, Mr. Trader, are charging a lot for wood. But, you know, I'll buy it. I'm desperate. Time to bankrupt myself. I'll sell some spare hops. And, oh, you know what? I have a lot of iron. So I'm going to sell some spare iron to help balance the budget so I don't go bankrupt. So just bought a whole lot of wood, which will finally allow me to make rye fields. So I'm going to make 2 rye fields down here, and then a mill to mill the rye into wheat. And then maybe also move this warehouse adjacent. No, maybe not there. I would like this warehouse closer to the fields, but then also close to the industry. So I'm just going to nudge it over a little bit. So we have lots and lots of work to be done. In fact, what I could do is temporarily hire some of the unemployed peasants that I have as warehouse workers. And then also pay the unemployed slightly less so that they get jobs. Universal basic income, right? That's what our kingdom's all about, but not so much of it. Uh-oh. You're doing the Urgle-Burgle again. Yep. Kellyan just can't keep his hands off that Cyclops. What are the in-game units like? The game is still in early access, so there's not, like, an endgame yet. I have no idea. I guess while we wait for the new houses to be built, I can start to decorate around where they'll be set up. Something like that. Once they're built, I'll put the back color in. All right. Don't forget the marriage prospects. Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to like eat and do his inspections. So once he's done with his inspections tomorrow, so that the lumber mill and the coal furnace don't grind to a halt, I'll get him out there. For sure. Nothing like a drunk homeless bishop who hasn't had enough piety. And there's like a lot of homeless... Oh god, you're like vomiting on one another? Yeah, I really do need that dormitory, huh? I'll put that back. I might even need to. Actually, a better question. Should I build dorms or peasant houses? Dorms are going to be a lot more economical wood-wise. Peasant houses are going to be more pleasant for them to sleep in. Keep their morale a little bit higher. Encourage more immigration. And I'll temporarily hire even more peasants as builders. Oh, but this needs managers. Dave, you get to be a manager for both. So once Dave wakes up, he has a bunch of inspections to run, and then I'll have him go marry off to whatever her name was. Nia. Those are some big, big statues. Gonna make my church look sufficiently creepy. Or temple, whatever it is. We're also somehow over attendance. This is kind of an indicator that I need a second temple. The game's probably going to tell me to build a second temple once I get extra housing. However, I do have 9 builders employed right now, so like I should be able to get a lot of things constructed today, provided that like Dave actually does his work. I hope. So Dust Valley, bride can be married off. Oh, is that, what's her name again? Hara? No, someone named Seva. Seva, who is very depressed and is through menopause. Yeah, probably not. All right, Dave. So Dave's running his inspections, and you guys want peasant housing. Copy that. So I'm going to build peasant housing once this stuff gets built, once the rye fields and mill get built. We also get lord housing, so we have housing for Gitarr and Lady Disdain, but not Dead Dodo, because we had even more guests show up. So we'll go for even more lord housing. I'm probably not going to need more than that, though. Oops. And I'm not putting in the trees this time. All right, Dave. Dave's done. So Dave, let's go. Mary, Nia, bye-bye. Where are my builders working? Oh, they're upgrading the lumber mill, because I set that as a priority. That's fair. That's on me. There we go. This is what I wanted. The rye fields. So, Callian, I'm going to attempt for you to manage the rye fields yourself, and then for you to stop managing the lumber mills. Because I want the yield bonus from rye more than I want the yield bonus from timber. So the things that really matter, like the brewery and the rye fields, I'll have Dave manage, and then Urgle Burgle. And soon, once Barley is a little bit older, Barley can manage the things that matter a lot less. Freeing Dave up, or freeing Kellyan up, rather, to manage the things that matter more. Oh man, you're like 98% of the way done. You stopped. So here Dave is heading out to Treewood to offer his hand in marriage. Nice. Hey Dante, thank you for the resub. One of my favorite waste rat of the Doomsday Vault. Barley, we might want to change up your training. You now have an intellect of 11. How high can it go? I forget. Let me check again. Teach from Urgle Burgle. It can go up to 14. Yeah, actually, I misread that. I think it can go up to 16. Intellect up to 16, teaching up to 14. Yeah, just keep going. Let's make him a little book genius. The really important threshold is to get over 13, and that allows you to study any book that you want. So we'll keep teaching Barley intellect until he hits 13. I also think it would be a good idea for me to buy more holy rings, because I'm down to 5, which is not a lot. So here's one of the things. You got to keep... There's a lot of personality traits that get revealed. If you have a lot of rings, it will make the person happier, but then they will eventually become, like, contemptuous. So I don't know all of, like, the radiant personality traits, keeping the thresholds within, like, a reasonable range. But there is such a thing. Like, if you run for battle, you're a coward. If you have too many rings, you become contentious. So there's, like, I don't know if there's, like, a database of the full list, but with that said, you don't want too many rings on you for too long, and you don't want to be drunk for too much at the time, so on and so forth. There's a lot of those types of things that will happen if you don't manage it carefully. So I'll buy 10 rings, bringing me up to, like, 15, which I think is a kind of a reasonable number. And then it looks like they're selling paper at much hiked up cost, so forget that. This will be like every last piece of gold I have. So actually, let's go not buy all the rings. I would really like to get a paper workshop and a chancellery, though. So let's do that instead. Meaning I need to sell some things to be able to afford it. But that's okay. And I'll explain the benefit of this in just a second. So the paper workshop makes paper, kind of obviously. But the chancellery allows you to have clerks to manage your businesses instead of having your royal family do it, which frees up your royal family to do other things like trade and learn and whatnot. So as you grow, a chancellery is going to be really important for you to be able to not be bogged down with management tasks, provided you have paper. The chancellery is fueled by paper, and paper is obviously fueled by lumberjack, so you'll need that production chain intact if you want to make a chancellery. But that will be the next book that Kellyanne probably will read. And look at them reading together. Let's switch up the sermons to be of faith now. We have a lot of agnostics, and I kind of want to balance it out. How far did Dave get? Kind of far. So here is the defense against the Horde. If you're wondering, the Unholy Horde started on the northwest tip, and they're currently attacking Wigwolf, this town. And I know it looks like a stormtrooper, it's a little weird, but they're asking for aid. I don't really have a military to back them up, but if I did, I would build up a relation with the Loving family, which is like the church, the neighbors of this area, and also Wigwolf himself. So you're sort of encouraged to join in this like counter crusade, which is another reason why you should have warriors, if you can afford one. Kellyanne, you drank a little too much, huh? Passed out. Urkelboro had to haul you to bed. Result, bride to be married off. Nia has become the wife of Dave and will soon arrive at your city. The relationship between the bride's king and your king has improved by 30. So if you take a look, Treewood is now friends with us, which is great. At 50 and above, we gain a lot more benefits, but this allows for like troops to assist me, book exchange, that kind of thing. So that's really, really good. And here comes Nia with Dave returning to the city. So Dave, I'm removing that from the priority. Dave has a bride. With Dave with a bride, that also means that I'm going to need another lord house. Yep. Not exactly sure where to place it. Here, maybe? It's hard to tell. But that also means we have another giveaway, because Nia can be named. So good luck in the raffle. So Nia is 31 years old, a courageous, beautiful, sharp-tongued manager, or a passionate manager, who's good at teaching, good at combat command manners, and is about 50 loyal so far. That's the base default value. Oh, we have another wolf. Okay, and the Unholy Horde. Wolgolf was unable to repel the invasion of the Unholy Horde and perished in battle. All members of the family and the inhabitants of the settlement were killed and offered as sacrifices to the dead god, and the settlement was burned. The noble family of Greenspire no longer exists. So, there was a bit of a bug where it told me that they also succeeded in their defense, but that wasn't true. They died. Very much died. Unholy Horde is approaching. I like how there's just like a drunk person on the skull pit. Because that's totally normal to have in your temple. Nothing to see here. Just haul their body away. Actually, I like how Audron actually hauled their body, like, a little bit. Here we go! This is what I wanted. We have a rye field and a mill. That's going to allow for beer and bread. Bread and circus, right? Very important stuff. Thank you for tuning in to Norland, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 11th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, a link to Discord can be found in the description of this video and on my website. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you on next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.